Alrighty, y'all. Welcome to the IWrocker Clips channel. Yes, this is an official channel started by me very recently. I know people have been asking, so thank you for that. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a long compilation of POV You're an American in Europe. These are absolutely hilarious and, well, slightly educational as well. I hope you find this entertaining and funny, and stay tuned on this channel for more videos because some topics we're going to be diving into with additional commentary and very interesting behind the scenes that I've never really posted before. Anyway, this should be fun. Please enjoy. Hello. POV, you're an American somewhere in Europe.
Okay. Trust the process. Trust the process. Trust the process. Trust the process. Okay. Trust the process. Trust the process. Trust the process.
Yeah, your door locks are like some sort of magical device that seems to take like 30 turns to get it unlocked. Now, maybe that's when you're doing it wrong, I could say. I know I've done videos on European doors. They're definitely superior, right? They're stronger. They've got all the deadbolts. They're sturdier. I get it. But if you're in a hurry, like this comment says, Michael Myers was after you. Yeah, that would be bad. Obviously, if you have to piss your pants getting in that door, I feel like this is a nightmare. Let's just say you're going to have extra laundry that night, unfortunately. POV, you're in Europe. It is so funny because I've gotten used to this now because we do, of course, remember, get a lot of our, grocery items for home from a straight up European store. And yes, all of the products have these caps on them. I have grown to be accustomed with it. Hell, I would even argue I'm almost used to it. It feels weird when I go to like a gas station and, buy a drink, an American drink, and then I take the cap off and it actually has fallen off a couple times because I'm used to it just sticking to the bottle. Whoa. Am I becoming more European? My point exactly. I found someone else that did it. Look at them. See, she's like, wait, this doesn't feel right. There we go. That's supposed to be kind of resting right here, giving you the little tickle beside your mouth there. This is kind of where I'm at. It's weird. POV, you visit Europe. What the hell? You guys gotta let me know in the comments. I don't get it. Do people just stare at you like that? That's kind of whoa. Damn, right? What the hell, bro? POV, it's June 2024. Okay. And you're in Europe. I wonder why that matters. Is this the thing? Wow. There's a lot of these Adidas sneakers. Is this the thing? I mean, this feels wrong to say, is this the thing in Europe? I mean, I imagine style varies greatly throughout the giant continent of Europe, but okay, I don't know. Maybe I'm missing this one again. This one might be a good video for comments because some of these I'm not fully understanding. I imagine Adidas sneakers are like pretty popular throughout European countries. That wouldn't shock me. So I don't know if I'm missing something here or what. I mean, I have black and white Adidas sneakers very similar to this myself, and I'm American. So POV, you order shrimp in Europe. I love shrimp. I've been actually on a shrimp kick lately. Oh my goodness. Now that is shrimp. That is shrimp. Yeah, I'm going to keep it real with you. That never has happened, at least in my experience. Ordering shrimp in the U.S. does not look like this at all. Let me show you what it looks like, actually. So obviously when you Google shrimp, right, it's going to pull up the whole thing. Now, here's the fun part, though. In the U.S., whenever you order shrimp at a restaurant, it's either going to be, I mean, if you have fried shrimp, it's going to look like this, right? But that's fried shrimp. If you get regular shrimp, which I don't tend to get fried shrimp, I get regular. This is what it's going to look like, right? It's going to look just like this. And you eat all this. Of course, you hold it by the tail and you don't eat the tail. And then you leave those there and that's it, right? You see how like kind of clean and easy this is? Now this, remember, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just I am American still. And a lot of like this girl's face really says it all. That is not what she had in mind. And I have to admit, as a fellow American, whew, that would not be what I would originally have in mind either. Again, nothing wrong with it. It is kind of probably healthy to see what you're really eating. But some foods have been so, let's say, modified in the U.S. that when you see the real thing, you're just not used to it anymore. I love the comments over here. The guy in the back looks like he's taking an exam. He does. Are you American? Yes, she is. I think you could tell. I'm so confused. What does shrimp look like in the U.S.? Armed with weapons? No, nice try. As a matter of fact, not armed with anything. A lot more, less armed and naked than this shrimp appears. POV, you gotta go, but you're in Switzerland. Whoa. What is this? What is this? This is the most insane restroom I've ever seen. What the hell? Oh, OMFG, these things killed me. I got stuck in a self-cleaning one because I somehow set it off. I mean, yeah, this looks incredibly clean, right? If you see this comment, I mean, it's spectacular, honestly. I thought it was an elevator. Oh my God. Where is the sink? Good point. Although this might be so advanced for the American mind, maybe we don't understand. There could be some sink contraption hidden in here. I don't know. I'm just kind of amazed. I'm a little bit amazed. You know, we've seen simple things be different in different countries, and some of them are like, okay, this is kind of cool. Or this is pretty genius, right? I didn't expect, like we've seen, bathroom, restroom, toilet differences between European countries and the U.S. before, but this one hits different. I don't know what it is. It's surprisingly roomy. It is very clean. It's, dare I say, fancy or like upscale. And if you're laughing and don't understand what I'm saying, then unfortunately, I don't think you understand what your typical smaller bathroom or porta potty or porta john would look like in the U.S. This is like a 5-star hotel. It's a little bit intimidating. Honestly, it's kind of cool. I would have to probably like figure out the right way to do this. This looks like this toilet seat swings down, but it's kind of like levitated. I don't know, honestly. I don't know. But Switzerland, your bathrooms, they're hella interesting. Very interesting. POV, you're an American electrician in Europe. Okay. Okay, is he... Oh, look at that. Look at all the electrical lines. They're underground. That's so cool. It'd be so much cleaner looking than here. Now, is he worried? This looks like it's... Is he worried it's by the water? That's a little odd. I kind of agree. But then again, it looks like it's high enough. I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's some water line. I don't know how high it gets. Probably never this high. I mean, it looks like it's, shielded and insulated pretty well. And like I said, the underground thing is cool because power lines here are, I don't know, not the cleanest. In the U.S., you're going to have power lines like this, even in rural areas, right? Different power lines. Of course, if you look in cities, if you look at cities like, here's Chicago near me, right? you're going to have power lines everywhere, right? It's just kind of a mess. That's just how it is in the U.S. And then you have like the rusted out ones, old school. Typically, I don't know. In my opinion, ours are pretty outdated and clunky looking, you could say. So the fact that a lot of, as far as I've seen, a lot of European countries having the power lines buried underground is pretty cool, honestly. Someone even mentions in the comments, meanwhile, in America, you can kind of see here. Yeah, that's what we're dealing with. POV, you spend 2 weeks in Europe and you're hopeful every day that you'll find a decent iced coffee, but it never happens. Oh my God. I don't know. You're in the wrong place, I think. They have really good coffee in multiple European countries, I'm pretty sure. Maybe just try to adapt a little bit, right? The iced sugar extreme with a drop of coffee that you'd find at your typical U.S. establishment. Well, unfortunately, that's not the norm in other places. Thank goodness, for good reason, right? As many of the comments have told her, I think your sugar water with a hint of coffee. Yeah, because we actually put coffee in it. There it is. Just go to Starbucks. They'll have your coffee. And that's the thing. Like, they do actually have Starbucks and some coffee chains in Europe. I'm sure that she can find some sort of Americanized version, right, if she's so inclined. POV, you're in Paris and see this kid buy a bottle of wine for her parents and skip home. Wow, that is different. The description says French kids are next level. Yeah, they are. This is, I could see maybe old school USA, maybe like in the 50s or 60s. Maybe, I don't know, like sort of, probably not buying alcohol even back then, though. Maybe buying like packs of cigarettes and stuff. I could see them doing kind of daring things like this back then, but obviously not now at all, right? They are like super crazy nationwide about carding you for any tobacco, any alcohol. Like, this is not happening. Meanwhile, in France, I mean, this kid is literally skipping home with wine. This is kind of epic in a way. I'm amazed. I was buying packs of cigarettes from my dad at 6 years old in the Balkans, and then came to the U.S. and couldn't even buy candy alone. Yeah, it's not a rip on the kids. It's our culture and society here, especially just modern day, even compared to, like I said, 30, 40 years ago. Kids are just not independent these days, like as in out in the world, right? And it's a shame. I think that that's something they're missing out on, right? And I think that's important that they're able to do that at a young age. But the problem is not always just the parents, it's just our society here. It's unfortunately people, there's a lot of sickos and weirdos out there and a lot of problems in the U.S. And I think people don't trust society. I don't, right? I'll just be real. Like, I don't trust, it's not that I don't trust my kids, it's that I don't trust my kids walking out of my eyesight in public around here. I just don't trust it. Opportunity for, something bad to happen, I feel like is unfortunately just too high in the U.S., and that's a damn shame. You don't need to do this. What is this guy on, man? You don't need to do this sound. That is absolutely hilarious. Apparently, this is American partying in Athens, Greece, for reference, specifically from the description. I would have said the same thing. Doing all that for what? I got shushed in a bar in Barcelona for doing this. Please, he was overstimulated bad. POV, you're in Sweden. What is going on? I'm a little confused. The description only says literally everywhere. That's all it says. And they're filming something. I thought it was like money at first, but it looks too small to be any sort of currency. I don't understand. It's not random trash either, because I feel like it's the same type of thing she's filming, or he, whoever it is. I don't know. I don't get this one.
His papa to be always mid-strong. Leonardo was a very wrong person. He was queer.
Leonardo is clear. Leonardo,
You don't know. In a way that's unreadable for the common, because the common are the people who can be influenced. So that's okay. I will make
That's
a
hilarious.
decision, and then you have a break.
I just got to bite the bullet and just learn French because that is supposed to be English class. Like if you're international, she's taking a class that's given in English in France. But the professor is totally speaking mostly French with a little English sprinkled in. Some what would it be? Not Spanglish, like Spanish and English. It would be like, I don't know, French, Franglish, something like that. I don't know. That was hilarious. It was very, very hard to understand. Honestly, I didn't understand anything except that Leonardo was queer. That's it. That's all I understood. I speak both English and French, but having French professors giving their classes in English was a whole new language. POV, you're in Europe spending euros like it's Monopoly money. What? I guess I don't get this one because I haven't made the Euro trip yet. Aren't euros worth more than dollars? So what would this be like? It's not like you're trading in your US dollars and getting a whole shitload of euros back, right? Like, I feel like if he's spending euros left and right, he's gonna find out pretty soon here. You know, wake up and be like, oh shit, if it ain't dollars, it's free. I guess so. Except euros are worth more than dollars. Got him. He's gonna find that out soon, I reckon. Welcome to another episode of POV You're in Europe. And boy, oh boy, do we have some good ones today. Buckle up for this one. Enjoy yourselves. This is going to be fun.
Check this out.
Erica's first time in Europe. Look at that. Hold up. This is a different one of those elevators. It had a...
Come in here.
Boy, just the door is pretty complicated for most Americans. Okay, he's going to the second floor. I mean, it goes pretty easily, pretty fast.
It really looks like it's about to fall apart.
I don't know about that. Come on now. How many floors is this thing going?
Up to the second floor.
Hold on. Didn't it look like that thing just went up like 3 floors? Instead of just like, zzz, right?
There's this up.
You know, I'll be honest with y'all. I have a bad feeling I would mess this up. This is supposedly in Spain, and people in the comments are also saying, yo, it feels like you went 3 or 4 floors up. I thought you hit number 2. So I don't know what that's about, but yeah, that was kind of weird. Other than that, that seems very interesting. Naturally, we don't have any elevators like that I'm aware of here. Quite different. Now, of course, this guy said it was very sketchy. Yeah, it'd definitely be different. I don't know about sketchy, though. I mean, just because it's old doesn't mean it's always sketchy.
While traveling in Europe, I've made these videos before about the toilets in Europe, and I've shown how there's no toilet seat. You just gotta, I guess, squat is the intention. Now, as an American, this scares the fuck out of me. And
Yikes.
And to be quite honest, last time I ran into a toilet like this, I was just like, well, I'm holding it. But I've been in Europe long enough, I'm just going to have to suck it up. Sometimes you get to it. Now, not every toilet is like this. But sometimes
good to hear.
You get to a place where there's no toilet seat. I got to think of it like doing it in the woods, I guess, if you've ever done that before. And I'm sucking it up. I just got to do it. Please pray for me.
There you go. That is the American experience. in Europe. We have no idea where, just in the big famous country of Europe, I suppose. Now, I thought this was one of those cases where they very mistakenly used the bidet as the toilet, but this looks to be just solo on its own. So, it's not one of those where you have the toilet and then a bidet, in close proximity to each other, but rather this looks like a solo unit. So I think this is a toilet. I will say it's quite low, it's quite small, and there doesn't appear to be a toilet seat. So I'll you know what? I gotta hand him some credit here. This looks very different, let's say, and shouldn't be a huge deal, but unfortunately to Americans, it's it is a big deal, I guess, because most people have no experience with this. So God forbid we take a squat and get her done. That's a lot of work. That's a lot to ask of the average American tourist. So, POV, you took a shower, but you're in Europe. Gotta love it again. We don't know where. In that giant country of Europe, right? So they made a mess on the floor. I really want to know why so many American tourists complain about making a giant wet mess when they're taking a shower in Europe. It's fascinating to me. I just don't get it.
What do you think?
We're traveling into the past.
Oh my God.
Time machine into the history of Europe from 1,000 years ago to see Corolla's ancestors.
Wow.
For an American, it's so odd to us why you don't just knock all this old buildings down.
Well, damn.
It's the point of having it, but you guys do it anyway.
Oh my God, bro.
It should all be built.
That escalated.
Like a new one.
Yeah.
Like a new building every 100 years or every 50 years at least.
Weirdos, right?
Wow, he went there.
Weird, but hey, I guess it is what it is with these people.
Wow. Well.
What do you think?
You weirdos with your history, right? It's just how it is with y'all. Just always, preserving old cities and monuments and landmarks. How weird that you don't knock it down and put up a Walmart, right? I mean, weirdos. By the way, there's something really ironic about him saying that as if the USA is far superior with our younger cities. It's pretty ironic him saying that on what looks to be a speeding fast train that he definitely could not replicate in the USA. So, yeah.
You're trying to figure out how to turn the water on.
Not another one.
Twisting.
What is it with sinks in different countries confusing us Americans? My God, it's making us look really, really bad. I promise we're not usually this dumb, but I don't know why. Like, I do admit, hey, having faucets up here that you just turn and it turns on the water, pretty good system, pretty straightforward. Not sure why that's not more common, but then again, there is different designs, and unfortunately, we just have a lot of trouble with them if they're not the, I guess, the simple design we're used to.
Over here trying to figure out how to turn the water on. Like, I'm turning, twisting.
Yeah, because we either have faucets. Oh, well, there's a foot pedal right there. I can see that. Come on, lady. Really?
Basically, like...
You know what? I like that. I like that because you can activate the water without actually touching a faucet. So this is more sanitary. Now, you could even argue, to be quite fair, nowadays it's a little more rare to find public sinks with, the handles that you would turn to turn on the water. It's, motion sensor. So you just wave your hand under there and then it turns on. Now, a lot of times they don't work very well. Big surprise. But at least it's an attempt to be sanitary. This is, let's say, more reliable because you don't have to worry about the sensor not, being clunky and not seeing your hand. And it's a foot pedal. You touch it with a shoe. Your shoes are down there, protecting your feet. So this is sanitary. I like this. This should maybe be more standard. I'll agree on that.
I came to Europe to see if you Europeans in the comments were telling the truth, and you are. Look how clean it is. It doesn't smell
beautiful.
Down here.
Beautiful,
There's no
I tell
rats. You. It's not musty. It's actually fresh.
That does look incredible.
It smells like you're inside someone's home
head
down
to toe,
here.
man.
In America, that shit's disgusting.
Oh, yeah. Our public places are terrible
clean
here,
it is.
man. In any big city.
Okay, I'll take it.
Damn, I'm jealous. I'm jealous that your taxes actually go to something, man.
See, even a mirror right there so the driver knows who's in and gets, you know?
Wow. Even that's
Everything
smart.
is better.
Even that's
being
smart.
in Europe makes me realize how shitty the U.S. transportation system is.
Yeah. Yeah, our public transport, no secret. Absolutely decades behind. And also filthy. Yeah, it's
Like,
just...
y'all in the comments are right.
It's terrible.
I came to Europe.
That's why no one takes it. We all drive cars. You mock us for it. That's fine. Well, we drive cars because the alternative is absolute trash.
To see
so,
if you guys were
come on, what are we
capping or
supposed
not.
to do?
The public transportation in Europe is 10 times better than in America.
Easily.
I came to Europe.
That's pretty cool. Pretty cool insight. I love this comment, too. Stockholm Metro's actual art museum at this point. Take a look at this, right? We'll do one of these here. There we go. Take a look at that. That is spectacular. I mean, that's just... like, you know, I can't believe public transport. You get to wait for your train in this beautiful place. Like, damn. Why can't we do this here? Right? Why does it have to be complicated?
When I'm on the road,
Dude.
I see.
I'm not gonna lie, that is a lot. Whoa, that is a lot of stairs. You know, at the same time, this is beautiful, man. Look at that. Like, oh, I love that. Like, that shiny, clean, like, white stucco look, or... Oh, that is so cool. Plaster, whatever that would be called. The name's escaping me. I just love the aesthetic of this. It's super cool. Santorini, Greece. I mean, absolutely gorgeous, right? That looks like something... That doesn't even look like real life to me. I applaud it to the max. It's beautiful. Now, it's also totally different than anything you would ever experience here. I mean, they're on these narrow staircases that just go on forever, right? Getting around here is definitely unique, and it's not something the average American would be used to at all. But you know what? I love it. It's like a beautiful maze almost. Yeah, it'd be a lot more steps than normal. It'd be a lot more stairs than normal. But you know what? I would take it for that view and hanging out there every day. I mean, this is just incredible. I freaking love it. People in the comments, of course, are saying, you know, imagine you with the bags. How did you get back up, and how did they get your luggage there? Yeah, that's definitely an American mindset right there. It would be a little bit of a nightmare with some suitcases, but you know what? Worth it. Whatever. POV, you're in a medieval castle in Wales? Yo, what? Is that a dragon? Hello? Okay, that's awesome. Jeez, dude. Again, something you'll never, ever get to experience here. Wow. Yeah, the fact that you get to go through it, too. The ones you can actually go all through them. Seeing how different it is. The views. Again, narrow staircases, hallways. I mean, it's so cool. Look at that. Like a triangle window. Why the hell not? I love it. Jeez. Dude, that's just straight fascinating. Yeah, and this is something that's cool to look at, but video could never truly capture what this is like. I mean, this has got to be epic in person. This is so cool. Here is another castle. This is a medieval English castle, Skipton Castle, I believe, according to the description. And totally different vibe. Again, really freaking cool, though. That's just like so fascinating to me how historic these are and how old, you know, most of this has been. I know parts of it might get renovated or updated, but, you know, there's definitely pieces of this. The bones of it can be so centuries old. And again, Americans just really can't comprehend that. There's nothing, you know, not much truly like that here. If at all. It's freaking crazy. Look at that door. Look at that staircase. It's awesome, dude. POV, you're new to the German Autobahn. Look at that speedometer. Holy crap, they're booking it. Yo, there's a good amount of traffic out too. Yeah, make sure you're buckled up and hold on. That's for sure. You know what? It'd be so fun now. It'd be more fun to drive. It'd be way more scared to be a passenger. I'll admit that. You know, I'm a car guy, right? I like driving. At the same time, I actually don't like being a passenger. I'm like rarely ever a passenger. It's weird. When I'm in a car, I would say 90 to 95% of the time I'm always driving. So like being a passenger in a car is very weird to me. It's very foreign. And being a passenger in a car with the speedometer buried like that, I mean, yeah, you're never seeing the speedometer way over there on this side. You're never seeing that here because the speed limits here are, you know, totally slow compared to most European countries. And of course, compared to the Autobahn in Germany. The parts where there's no speed limit, I know there's some that are. POV, you drive 170 kilometers per hour because you thought there was no speed limit and you see this. Oh, shit. Isn't that the sign that says, like, no more 120 speed zone? So, like, the speed zone ended. So, like, is this implying that the whole time she was driving 170 in a 120 zone? Oh, my God. This is going to be another one where they get home and then they end up getting, like, 7 tickets in the mail. You got to remember. Yes, the Autobahn's famous for having no speed limit, but you got to remember that there is many sections that do have a speed limit. So, yeah, don't mess that up. POV, you miss your bus with only 0.1 seconds in Europe. Looks like they're in, what's that flag? Hungary, right? Yet you have a class in 10 minutes and the next bus is in 15. Oh, hell nah. See, this can happen now. If you don't depend on a car and you depend on public transport, you gotta do it right. Otherwise, you can get burned. It's pulling away. That's got to be the worst feeling, man. Oh, no. POV, you arrive in Europe and the weather has negative numbers. Oh, he's talking about temperature, like Celsius. Yeah, because even if it's, so remember American mindset here, even if it's just, say, 30 degrees Fahrenheit, 29 degrees Fahrenheit, that's cold, but it's not like crazy. It's like just below freezing. That would still be like -1 or -2 Celsius. So it would be weird because you rarely see negatives here unless it's deathly cold. Like if it's -5 degrees Fahrenheit, that is like ridiculous cold. You're not going out in that. But -5 Celsius is still like, yeah, that's cold, but that's, you know, livable, right? It's not like crazy like -5 Fahrenheit would be. So yeah, especially if this guy's from maybe a warmer place in the U.S., he's seeing negatives, he's probably panicking. Like, what the hell is this? What I do like, though, is that someone points out in the comments, you know, in Europe, negative temperatures means snow. So, like, if it is going to be, you know, raining, it's actually going to be snow if it's -2, -3. That's a much easier way to know that. Whereas here, again, it's weird because if it's like 31 or 30, maybe even 29, it could be a sleet, like mix, rain and snow mix. And that's not as smooth and congruent as just -1 means snow.
You would be so surprised at the quality of gas stations in Europe. I'm in Czech Republic right now. I just got this from a gas station. This is a Shell in Europe. It's crazy in here, bro. This is a gas station.
That's a Shell? Now, we have Shells here, too. They don't look like that.
Never in America, bro. You would be so surprised at the quality
that
of
place
gas
looks
stations in Europe.
stellar.
I'm in Czech Republic right now.
And he's in the Czech Republic. Look at that. That coffee looks awesome.
I just got this from a gas station. This is a Shell in Europe.
Okay, how legit, man. Look, don't be fooled. We have some really nice gas stations here. It's just they're famous for being nice. Like they're only a few, right? Most gas stations are just generic. They're kind of copy and paste. Some are clean, some aren't clean at all, right? This is like top notch. And there are kind of this level of like, ooh, this is a nice place. It got some cool amenities. It's really nice and clean and almost luxurious in here. We do have those gas stations. It's just they're not, you know, super common. It's not like the standard. And to be fair, there are other franchises. I've never seen a Shell this nice. This is like, wow. So Shell's in the Czech Republic. Wow. Bravo. I will remember that. POV, it's 2 a.m. and you are eating. Oh, here we go again. Everyone says it's different, especially here, and I'm sure we say it wrong. I think it's gyros. Is that the correct way? You could roast me if I'm wrong. With your Greek boyfriend in the center of Athens. That's pretty cool. 2 a.m. So I'm glad to see that you guys have late eating culture, you know. Maybe you've had a big night out. You need a snack at the end of the night. Glad to see it. That probably looks delicious, especially if they've had some drinks. Yeah. Wow, there's like a lot of people out. Look at all the traffic at 2 a.m. There's so many people out. There's pedestrians out, all back there. There's cars everywhere. It's all lit up. Dude, damn. Athens at 2 a.m. is bumping. All right.
My bag is in that baggage compartment of this bus. This was the brand of bus that I took to get to Trieste from Rome, Italy earlier today. And I just forgot that I put my big bag in that compartment back there, okay?
Oh, hell nah.
So, when the bus driver gets back for the 7:40 p.m. bus back to Rome, I'm just gonna be here. I'm gonna be like, hey, open that cart, that door open.
That compartment door? Okay.
I will get my bag and it'll be there. And this will be the bus that I took earlier. Not just the company, not just looks like it. This will be the one. I guess there's some other chance it could have been another one.
Oh my God.
But there's only one bus by this company leaving this city later today. So it would make sense that this is the bus I took. It's the exact one, not just the company.
So is it the bus or not, bro? Like, I'm a little scared for this guy. I hope that's the same bus. It should be, but is it? He's not sure. Maybe call like the company phone line. Maybe check a local police department or like, I don't know if there's a lost and found somewhere nearby. Like, dude, waiting till nighttime to just say, hey, man, can you open that compartment real quick? I think I left something in there like hours ago. I don't know if that's like the best plan. I feel bad for this guy. Look, everyone makes mistakes, especially traveling. I don't know what it is. It's like the energy traveling. There's so much, going on. There's a mix of stress and excitement and emotion. And people make more mistakes, I feel like, traveling, like simple mistakes, right? Keep a track of stuff. But so, I'm not going to act like I'm above this. Like, it happens to everyone. But, dude, kind of like leaving a bag in a bus. Yikes, that's out there. That's a pretty bad mistake. If you put a bag away in a bus, you usually remember when you get off, hey, let me grab that, and then I'll be on my way. Word of advice, too, your passport, that's pretty small. I mean, shouldn't you have that on your person, right? Like, putting that in a compartment in a bus just feels wrong to me. So that's kind of a bad move, I gotta say. POV, you rented an entire Italian castle for your wedding where 18.5 friends got to stay all weekend, and it was under $10,000. Now, I'm going to assume they mean 10,000 US dollars. Somewhere that beautiful, that sounds like a pretty reasonable price because venues here, I mean, it's hard to compete with an Italian castle venue, so it'd be almost impossible to replicate that here anyway. But even somewhere, pretty here, you know how the U.S. is. Everything's so freaking pricey, even if it's halfway nice. So I guarantee it'd be more than that. So this is probably a fair price. What I'm confused about is the 18.5 friends, though. I'm American. I don't understand what they're talking about. What is 0.5? I'm a little concerned. How do you have 18.5 friends attending? Why isn't it 18 or 19? Is the 0.5 supposed to be Gojo? 0.5 concerned face. Oh my God. Yeah, guys, I don't know what that's about. By the way, just super short break here before we get on to the next part of the video. As you can see on the background, I usually have screensavers or some sort of videos playing, but in some of these, like this one, I had webcams playing. I actually thought these were really cool, and I will do so again in the future. And I think it's fun for viewers because sometimes you might see somewhere that you have been, or maybe perhaps even you see a webcam of a place that you live. So I think that's super cool, and you'll have to let me know what you guys think of that. Welcome back to POV. You're an American abroad. What is she doing? POV, you're an American in a European pizza restaurant. First of all, not to nitpick, but European pizza restaurant. That's funny, right? Just where are you? Are you in Italy, right? Are we in, Latvia? Like, where are we, right? Kind of an odd way to title that, but I digress. What is going on here? So I have heard, see, sounds too generic, but I think I've heard before that sometimes pizza served somewhere in Europe. I'm not exactly sure if I've heard this is just in Italy or maybe other places as well. You could serve the pizza and it's not really pre-cut or cut in slices or squares, like you would probably be used to getting that here in the US. And I guess, to be fair, I haven't thought past that. Like, oh, you get a pizza and it's not cut. What do you do? Right? But I could tell you what, this doesn't look like it's working. A knife and fork to eat pizza. It just looks like you're butchering it. It looks like kind of sloppy now. And yeah, it's probably really good stuff. It makes me sad to see it all sloppy. Also, I have to add, I missed this. I went to the comments and I saw them saying a lot of very colorful things about this poor girl. Sorry to pick on her, but I did not catch this. And the reason I didn't catch this is because I didn't think anyone was capable of being this strange. She is shoveling food in with the knife. Look at this. She put food on the knife and scooped it into her mouth. Us Americans, myself included, might not be an absolute genius the first time we get food that's not familiar to us or prepared in the same way we would be used to it. But I can promise you this. It is my hope that not many Americans would be shoveling food in by the knife full. We're going to move on from this one.
Guys, today we're going to Prague and we're going to get extra sendy.
Did you say Prague?
Oh my god, wow!
I hope most Americans at least can say Prague, right? Or Prague, or Praga, right? Prague? That's like the worst, oh my god, all right.
Dancing Tower of Prague! Oh wow, that is awesome! All right!
Oh my goodness.
Hey, oh wow!
Jeez, dude.
Bridge! Guys, do you know this bridge was built in 1402 and it took over 40 years to build? That is crazy, but it rocks! Oh yeah! Guys, we are currently on Charles Bridge. Look at that view. It is beautiful. But guys,
Now, I know he's doing a skit, at least I hope, and I think so. But the funny part is that's like a lot of things we see. This is not far off. There are Americans that would be expressing themselves like this. Now, on one hand, it's actually kind of, fun, right? It's endearing. Like they're in a new place, they're enjoying it. And I think that's a net positive. I think that's cool, right? On the other hand, chill out. Right? It could be a little bizarre for locals to see this kind of interactions, and this is how Americans have, summoned a reputation for themselves. Now all of us get judged like this when most of us wouldn't be like this. I would hope. I'm excited because people expect that from me. That's just how I am. I really love taking in new things, new knowledge, new cultures. admiring architecture and just interesting things. But I would hope I would be a little more calm and collected than this. But yeah,
capybaras that live in Prague. Let's
capybaras.
Go quick! Guys, we're gonna feed the capybara.
I'll be damned.
Buddy. Whoa.
Are these? Hold up a sec. Either that's something else, or I had no effing idea that there were capybaras in Prague.
It's gone.
Is that real?
It's rolling. Guys, today
I am so confused. POV, you try to put butter on your bread in Spain. Oh, got it. Hold up. Is that? Obviously, I don't know that brand. But that big tub, that almost looks like margarine to me. So I'm with the memes here. No. Come on, at least use butter. I'm not a margarine fan. No thanks. Come on now. But yeah. Look at, yeah, that's it. Is that how y'all do it in España for real? Just oil? I mean, what about, first of all, yeah, I think that's margarine. I could be wrong. I do apologize if I'm wrong. How about butter and oil? How about that? That is an interesting difference. Wow. Is that really enforced? Is it expected that you skip the butter in Spain? You have to let me know. Being an American in another country on Thanksgiving is such a rare aesthetic, like it's actually just a normal day. It's such a rare aesthetic that it's just a normal day in any other country on earth on the day of Thanksgiving in the U.S. I love the comments. What's a Thanksgiving? Just an average day here in Spain. Yeah, I mean, it's an average day around the world, I think. I live in Northern Ireland. What day even is Thanksgiving? I mean, that's the point, right? POV, an American goes to the UK during winter.
Literally, it's freezing. Oh my days. He's got to be crazy or something.
There's the American.
What's up? How y'all doing? Is everything all right?
He's doing an American accent. That's hilarious.
Yeah. It is freezing cold currently in the UK, and you're not even wearing a coat. Oh, come on. Yeah, it's a little cold, but it gets a lot colder in America. Not that cold.
That accent.
It's literally -1 degrees. About 30 Fahrenheit.
That's nothing.
It gets a lot colder than this.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's what I always grew up. I saw movies and shows. And I saw, cold depicted in, the UK, France, like basically a lot of places in Europe, right? And I understand, there can be snow, there can be cold. Yes. But I think as a whole, as someone I grew up and, I'm a little bit of a, I'd say somewhat weather nerd. I sometimes just do research and look at weather in different places when I'm bored and have time. And I've discovered that I think, from my opinion, for the most part, many days in winter I check, almost all of Europe is pretty mild winters compared to what we experience in a lot of the U.S. Now, there's some places with great weather here, but where I am, right, in Illinois, it is fiercely windy and cold and absolute miserable, like almost not habitable, it feels like. And then I'll look at somewhere way north of here in, Europe somewhere, and it's like, again, like they said, 30, 31 degrees, maybe like 28 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's literally 1 degree Fahrenheit here and windy. So it's like, yeah, you guys got it a lot easier, I think.
Can't tell me this isn't cold.
Last couple winters have been pretty mild here.
When you know it's cold. Like, I can't even feel my fingers.
Yeah, nah. 30 degrees or -1 Celsius. I'm sorry. That's not cold. I wish
Oh,
every day
y'all
was
are
like
so
that in winter
dramatic.
here.
When it's hot, you say it's too hot, and then when it's cold, you say it's too cold.
We have the more extremes.
Hold on. Where are y'all going?
We're going inside.
I thought maybe we could sit outside. What? And freeze even more.
Hi, can we please have some towels sent up to the room? Awesome, thank you so much.
What'd they say?
They told me to go fuck myself. Relaxing spa day. I am so excited. Oh my god, wait.
Oh, jeez.
A little softer, sorry. I'm from America. This all looks so good. Do you guys have anything other than sausage and sauerkraut? Awesome. Hi, yes, can I get the house cocktail with tequila instead of vodka, please? No. All right, I'll just do the house cocktail then. Can I pet your dog? No. Oh. Hi, can we please have some
Okay,
towels
this
set
is
up
pretty
for the room?
good. This is pretty good. Come on. You're an American in Germany. I imagine a little bit of this happens. It's a little bit of a clash of expectations, a little bit of a clash of cultures. I love it. Just speak Spanish, they'll love you. Really? Whenever they spoke German, I would speak Spanish and then everyone was confused. I see this so much, by the way. People trying to pass as either Mexicans or pass as Canadians, right? Oh, especially nowadays, I imagine. As an American living in Germany, never been treated like this. Okay. That's good to hear. The last one should have been 9. That's what I thought. I should have said it first. Oh, that would have given me some street cred, right? I should have said it. I was like, they wouldn't say no. They would say 9, right? Anyway, that's a good one. As someone who lived in Germany and is from Belgium, yes.
This train is going to Piddlington, stopping at Wibbly Wobbly Wonder, Itty Bitty Willington, Bibbity Bobbity Boo, Illy Zilly Billy, North Chuggity Buggity, Cockwell, and Southeast West Wellington.
Southeast
This train is
West?
going to Piddlington.
What? POV You're an American taking the tube. Is that... The tube is in the UK, right? Is the tube in London? Is that what I'm thinking of? I feel like that's ringing a bell in my head. This one's cracking me up. The Southeast West Wellington. Is that like a real thing? Is it literally called Southeast West Wellington? I suppose it could be. That's just too funny, right? Way to confuse the Americans, guys. Come on. PV moved to France and realized... Hold on. Might have copyright music there. And realize America has no culture. I kind of see it. I kind of don't. I mean, yes, people are outside. Okay, let me break it down from my perspective. So, yeah, the whole point of this channel's existence, right, is that like European countries, different countries around the world, but in this video, right, European countries are very unique. They're cool. They have a pretty defined and measurable culture, and they're all slightly different. You know, they share some similarities and differences, neighboring countries, and it's really cool, right? And they have many different cultures than we would experience here in the U.S. And then, of course, some overlap as well. But yeah, I think America does have culture, right? I know it's a meme to say it doesn't, but it does. But I will say a lot of things, especially in, let's say, modern America, even compared to when I was a kid, a lot of things are getting more rare and dying out. So even just take this. People are outside. There's a commune, right? Like people are together. There's art going on. There's dancing going on. Now, I'm not a dancing expert at all, so shame on me if I'm wrong, but I feel like this is like definitely style of dancing we have done and, you would see here in America. Just throw that out there. But I will also say that unfortunately it's rare. I wish more people were, nowadays in the U.S. were like out more, being a community more, dancing, learning skills, learning talents, or seeing what your talents are. That still exists. I just feel like people are so either obsessed with social media and obsessed with work, and they're just too distracted by so many things that a lot of people are falling off like kind of, values and friends, like good friends to people, and spending time with family, like meaningful and doing things other than just being at home. or going to do the same thing, going to Starbucks or something, right? So I'm kind of in the middle here. Like I can see people going somewhere and being like, wow, look at the culture here. It's so much more defined. Yeah, that I agree with that. But to say like, oh, this place is culture, America has nothing, I don't really agree with that. I guess their description kind of explains it. It says 16-year-olds in the U.S. are just jumping and twerking. Which, yeah, I agree. You could argue maybe that's still a culture, like a more modern culture, but I'd rather be dressed nice, you know, doing dances like this. Call me crazy, right? So I agree with that. I will mention before we leave this video, people in the comments pointing out, multiple people pointing out that there is apparently they're swing dancing, which is from the U.S., which I kind of hinted at, and they're listening to an American song. So.
Zach, you want to try some French food? Sure, what's that? It's this masterpiece.
Dude, it's a French hamburger. What's inside it?
A French hamburger. Macaroni.
Sure doesn't look like macaroni inside.
No way.
Wait. Pinky's
no
out,
way.
man.
This dude just called that a hamburger.
Macaroni inside.
It's you know, I know you guys will probably say it wrong. It's not macaroni. It's a macaron, right, or something. I'm probably not saying it right, but I know what it is. It's not macaroni. It's not macaroni and cheese. It's not a hamburger, but nice try.
Wait. Pinky's out, remember?
These are really good.
You're right.
Of course, I've only had American ones,
Well,
but
it sure doesn't taste like hamburger or macaroni.
I'd call it more of a dessert slider.
Well, merci beaucoup.
a dessert slider.
C'est la vie. City of love. Hey, Zach, you want to try?
Yeah, these are skits, but they're good. While being a skit, I'm concerned that this is fairly accurate to some people. I bet those slap, though. I bet they're so good. Like, right from France. Oh, yeah.
One thing you can.
Me, an American orders a beer in Italy. Okay. In Italian, owner. Did she look at the menu? Employee, no. That's charge 5.75 euros. Owner says 5.25. Okay. Understood them. Oh, this is why knowledge is power, language is power. That's the hack. Be American and actually know languages, which 98% of us don't. But if you are bilingual, trilingual, yeah, could come in handy. Understood them, goes to look at the menu on the wall for the price. Uh-oh. Asks for the bill in Italian and pays €4. So she plays a Uno reverse on them and ends up talking in Italian, aka, hey, I know you're trying to rip me off. I heard you. Yeah, that's good for her. That's definitely a power. It sucks, and I don't think you know, all people would be like that, but it sucks that there's, you know, little scammers, little pricks in other countries that try and scam people visiting from somewhere else, especially if they assume that they don't know the local language. And, you know, in all honesty, it's almost right of them to assume that, because most, especially Americans, or a lot of foreigners in general, probably won't learn perfect Italian before they visit Italy. Nor should they have to, but they should try, you know, to learn a little bit. But at the same time, you know, don't be taking advantage of people. That's scummy, right? They did not get her, so well played. POV, you're an American trying Italian food. I'm so jealous. Let's go.
Mamma mia.
Madonna mia. Va bene. Bravo.
Bravo. Buono.
Buono.
Spettacolare.
Spettacolare. 10 out of 10.
Yo, this stuff all looks good.
Popo a patatas.
E patate.
E patate.
Patate.
Madonna.
I gotta learn some Italian.
Short fish is the best.
10 out of 10. Wow.
Ciao.
No question.
Yup. Sometimes you just throw the 10 out there. You know it's a 10. Just don't ask. Let me enjoy it. That's all you need to know. It's a 10. That's, oh. Oh, man, that pizza. Everything, man. Everything looks good.
12 out of 10.
Wow. Wow, crocetta de carne? I feel like that sounds good, man.
9.2.
Or de carne, sorry. It's my fault because I hear Spanish a lot and I read Italian. I want to say like Spanish, because I know they're somewhat similar, like same row, you know, different languages, but you know, there you could see a little bit of overlap. But yeah, it's D, not day, right? So my bad. Like bombetta di carne, right? Damn, these all look so good, man. He's got the hand gestures too. He's really becoming Italian, eating Italian food. You gotta love it.
What? 7?
7 out of 10.
Wow, the first like sub 10.
This is how real Italians eat their pizza, just so you guys know.
How?
You gotta fold it up.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Now, y'all do that, right? I would just fold it up. If it's that size, that looks
Can't
good.
eat it. If it's flat, it's not good.
I agree. It almost tastes better like that, too. Hopefully you didn't start a war in the comments. You'll have to let me know. This food looks amazing. And it's just a testament to, you know, when we do full-on food episodes, like, you gotta... I think it must be fascinating for people that watch from European countries. You got to realize the food here, man, has just gone so downhill. Like, I think food here might have been better like 30 or 40 years ago, 50 years ago. I don't know. Somewhere along the line, it just became slop, man, right? Like, so much food is not good for you. It's not good. It's not localized, you know, and you go to somewhere like Italy and the food is just fresh and amazing and local. And, you know, it's just different, right? We've been through this before. I can't imagine how good this tastes. Be coming from America, and then you're trying all this stuff. Y'all have to realize that we're not being extra. We're literally mind blown that food is supposed to taste like that. And, you know, yeah, we go home to mostly processed junk. It's my favorite. You'll always know we're going to have some fun looking at POV. You are in Europe in various scenarios. Let's have a look. You're an American in the Balkans.
Can you tell me where the piazza is?
Americanac, ma pusti piazza, dođi, wow.
I'm kind of in a hurry. I need...
Only one coffee, come on.
Okay, I guess I can...
Ajde, na brzinu, jedno.
I insist. Come on.
Izvolite.
I thought I was just here for a quick coffee.
Naravno da imamo kavu.
Do you guys have a frappuccino?
Yes. Evo ga. Živjeli. Možeš se napiti i ostati spavat kod nas.
Okay.
Možeš mi kćerku oženiti.
I'm happy to be a part of the family.
Živio moj zete.
Oh my God.
This situation?
Why do I feel like that is like almost accurate? You know what though? It's freaking awesome, right? Like hospitality and just actual kindness can be so, you know, easier to find in a lot of other countries, especially, you know, I've heard about this like in Eastern Europe, in the Balkans, right? I think it's really freaking cool. And I also think it is hilarious for an American to experience, right? It's pretty rare to get that kind of hospitality and that kind of care and sense of community these days for, you know, average Americans. It exists in pockets, but it's not terribly common. But honestly, he's in a good spot, right? That looks like a fun house. They got good food, right? They got drinks. I'm sure they have stories till, you know, the moon and back. It sounds fun, honestly. I love this.
This is my first time on public transport in Poland, and I just can't get over how quiet it is. Look, it's just like crickets. This is my first...
How awkward that this guy making this video is like the only one talking. You know, let me actually like go through this. So if I'm on a train in Poland and it's that quiet, of course you can in your head be like, wow, this is different, you know? But you got to embrace it, right? So I wouldn't want to say a word or at least be loud. And especially I wouldn't want to make like a TikTok video while everyone's quiet. So what he should have done is maybe like sat there with a, you know, funny face or something, or a confused face, and then panned around like he did. Okay. And then he could have, when he was somewhere private, he could have voiced over what he said afterwards. That's what I would have done. Otherwise, it honestly looks like very serene. You know, you have a kind of a cool view out the window there, and the train's kind of humming along. Honestly, a great place to just kind of drift off for a power nap, I would think. Because, yeah, this train looks a lot less sketchy than ones I've been on in the U.S. Important part in the comments here. We don't talk out of respect to not disturb others, and we don't film anyone. Yeah, I imagine that type of panning around and filming the world, you know, during any random scenario is a lot less common in Poland than it would be here in the U.S. Wow. What a vibe. POV, it's mid-January and you're sat in a piazza in Rome eating ice cream and listening to free opera. Life is good. That Italian ice cream, I bet, is delicious. And the vibes. Yeah, you're not going to find that here. That seems really relaxing. Wow. Almost magical.
POV, you're in the check baggage queue. So much cling film.
What?
POV.
Oh my God! Every suitcase in front of them
You're in the check baggage queue.
Has cling wrap all over it.
So much cling film.
Why? And in the description it says, "I swear this is a Czech thing. I've also seen it in some random Eastern European countries." People in the comments saying Russians do it, so it must be a thing over yonder. What is this about? Am I overthinking this? What? Someone's got to tell me. Someone's got to tell me in the comments. I feel like a clueless American right now. Why is there cling film all over the suitcases?
So you're telling me that I can look at one of the biggest churches in the world, walk over and get Taco Bell, Burger King, and KFC?
Boy.
If this isn't what our founding fathers dreamed of, I don't know what is. So you're telling me...
Okay, so first of all, for the, I don't know how many it's time, that church is just beyond words. It's incredible. I still can't process it. My mind can't process it looking at it on a video. And video never does things justice. It still looks grand and spectacular and huge on video. I just can't even imagine what that's like in person, first of all. Second of all, this is, of course, in Barcelona. And what's funny is they definitely know that's a tourism hotspot. So they take advantage of it with the Taco Bell, Burger King, and KFC being literally right across the street, right in a row pretty much. That is actually hilarious. Why do I feel like, again, local cuisine would always beat anything fast food? Just throwing that out there. Yes, that would be true. But for fast food, why do I feel like Taco Bell in Spain might be really good? I wonder, I bet there's more unique items, again, because there tends to be for other restaurants. So I would be interested in finding that out. POV, you go to dinner at 8 p.m. in Europe. I mean, again, it's generalizing. Europe, different European countries might have different standards for dinner, but 8 p.m. is really late already. That would be a late dinner in the U.S., and there's no one there because guess what? No one's eating dinner yet, wherever they're at. That is absolutely hilarious. It doesn't say where they're at, but I'm going to assume more maybe of like central or more, I would say almost more southern Europe, where I think this is more common. You know, they kind of rest in the afternoons. They kind of get out of the heat, you know, in the warmer months, and then they have a late dinner, right? I think that's so interesting and just could not be more different than the U.S. standard. We're eating dinner at 5, 6 p.m. here. That's how it goes. POV, you were invited just for coffee in the Balkans. Take a look at a closer look at this feast. Yo, this is incredible. Americans always talking about like, oh, we have a feast for a couple holidays. Maybe you have a feast for Christmas. Maybe you have a feast for Thanksgiving, right? I don't think anything compares to this. Look at this. And this looks like it's just a random feast on a Friday, right? In the Balkans, this is impressive. That food looks absolutely fire, man. It looks hella good. If anyone gets invited to this type of thing, is all like, yo, wait, what? This is what I had planned. I'm in a hurry. No, you got to go with it. This is a blessing. POV you eat like shit in Europe for a week straight, but feel great. Isn't that the common trope? I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous of this. That you can explore, you can eat, some different things, and you're just not going to be nearly as bloated and get some severe, quick weight gain that you would probably get here in the U.S. Man, it's crazy. You could just, if that's not proof of cleaner and better food standards, I don't know what it is.
So about Scotland.
Well, you need to know that they're trying to split up the country and all that. We don't want that. We
to know about Scotland.
Well, you need to know that they're trying to split up the country.
That is so freaking cool. I also think it's so intimidating. As an American, like, you think you know English, and then you go to some small town of Scotland, and you're hearing this. That'll humble you really quickly. I would be horrible at this, right? I hate to admit it. I am not good at, like, understanding really thick accents. An accent to me, because it's different than, obviously, anyone speaks here.
The thing is, I was in her dressing room and I was like, there was only a little curtain separating us while she was having her makeup done, and I started like going, I don't think I can do this, I don't think I can do this, and she would have heard it all. The thing is, I was in her dressing room and I was like, there was only a little curtain.
Yeah, see, we like to say, like, hey, we have different accents here in the U.S. too, and we do, but nothing like this. Nothing that you can't literally, not understand. Americans, we go into small places in the UK, and there's all these different accents, like, every so often, too. It's not like one accent. Like, there's so many different ways people speak in, somewhere as big as the UK, right? Yeah, we would be lost. Facts. If you go to Czechia and climb a mountain to see this beauty? Damn, that is insane. Oh, that is incredible. I say this all the time. I just don't know how someone built this. Look at that. That's literally inconceivable in my mind. It's incredible. Also, I didn't know this was on top of a mountain. I thought maybe this is near Prague, right? I thought that this was maybe on a hill. Maybe that's fair, but I don't know about on top of a mountain, right? POV, you're entering the Balkan part of Portugal? That's Portugal? Portugal's like about as far west as you can get in Europe, and yet I do have to admit, if that wouldn't have even had that title, I would have thought this was Eastern Europe, just by the looks of it. Now, of course, I'm just American. I'm not an expert at all, but from what I've seen, right, that's kind of interesting that he said that, because obviously Portugal is not in the Balkans; it's way west. But I kind of get the connection there. Even some comments like, that's not the Balkan part. LOL, but some suburbs of Lisbon definitely look like Balkanic/Eastern European. That's hilarious. POV, you're in Spain and you try paella? Is that how you say it? Paella? For the first time. Okay, that looks... Hold up. Let's go back. Ooh, you know what? That looks freaking delicious. Is there chicken? Is that a drumstick? Is there chicken in there? And shrimp? Oh, and the rice. The rice looks so good. It looks like maybe there's beans in there as well. And some veggies. Oh, I'm so jealous. That looks like it's going to be so delicious, man. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she has no idea what to think, right? Pretty sure it's a good face. Either she really likes it or she really doesn't. I think she really likes it. So this is what it comes up with on Google. Paella is a rice dish originally from the Valencian community. It's regarded as one of the community's identifying symbols. It's also one of the best-known dishes in Spanish cuisine. Wow, I have to admit, this looks so freaking good, right? Damn, I want to try that. It's one of those things where it's like, I could make, we could try making it at home, and that would be fun as like an introduction to it. But it still wouldn't compare to like actually ordering that in Valencia or something. That would be incredible. Look at all the lights coming on. What the hell did I just watch? You're staying in Prague, you can't sleep because of the random voices. There's a random voices. People are saying that this guy's like a legend. I guess he's like some sort of a famous figure in Prague. Is that right? Imagine a drum and bass blade type beat on that. that would go pretty hard. That someone's actually got to do that. That might be legit. Bro, I would be crying laughing if I was you. I would as well. I would probably be crying laughing and then maybe just crying if I couldn't sleep though. Bro is speaking 1000 BC. This would send me into psychosis, not gonna lie. Oh my god. Wow. This is the best one. This is the best one right here. This is definitely Crazy Frog's cousin. Today years old when my Canadian ass discovered you can buy beer at McDonald's in Madrid. Yo, this will always be one of the coolest things I've ever learned in my life, that you can buy freaking beer. Look at multiple beers at McDonald's. Make it make sense. That is so freaking cool. Right? Like, that's one of those funny things I always relate this to. It's like so funny how people say the only free country in the world is the U.S. It's like, dude, I can't even buy beer at McDonald's in the U.S. So what are you talking about? POV, you didn't realize you needed industrial teeth to eat bread in Italy? Yo, what? I'm thinking she just got stale bread, which sucks. I'm pretty sure people rave about the bread in Italy and many other European countries, especially compared to here in the U.S. It doesn't matter though if the bread is extremely good quality. If it's stale, it's stale. If it was stale bread, just say, "Hey, can I get some fresh bread?" Right? Ordering a steak in medium rare in Paris, expecting it to be medium rare. What is it? It's cold inside and all dark red. Oh, hell nah. You're too shy to tell them because you don't want to pull an Emily in Paris. I've never seen that show. You post a... I mean, do you need to post a poll to decide if it's raw? Yeah, that looks pretty raw. Like, really raw. I think, look, again, maybe this is a culture shock. I think you can still ask for help with your food in other countries, right? If it's raw and you're scared to eat, I think you can say, "Hey, can I have this more done?" Or maybe not. Maybe you guys can grill me in the comments. If so, what the hell? Because that is not medium rare. That is raw. At the same time, I feel like you kind of have to be on your guard when you're somewhere else because actually anywhere. This can happen in the U.S. I've had it happen to people around me, right? This never happened to me because I always try to order it more towards the well-done side so they don't give me this. In a perfect world, I want it medium, right? But you just can't count on that sometimes. So I've seen people order medium rare even here in the U.S. at restaurants, and it comes out raw, and you're like, yo, what the heck? So I think this could happen anywhere. I think to try and be safe, I think you should just order it like medium at the minimum or medium well. That way, like, they're not going to bring you raw meat. It's so raw that it's eating the salad off your table. Yeah, it was pretty yikes.
Do you see this? This is a French fry in Greece.
That looks good.
The difference between a French fry in America and Greece is I can eat this all I want and I won't gain weight. Why? Because it doesn't have hormones. It's not pumped with those extra ingredients. And it tastes so much better.
Yeah. Jealous.
All right, guys, do you see this?
That looks hella good. POV, summer is here and you just arrived to your house in the Balkans. Ooh. Look at that backyard. Okay, this is hella nice. Wow. Yo, that's a cool house. Damn, it's so different. What's that funny looking door down there under the stairs? That was awesome. Yeah, this is so different, obviously. I love seeing how different it is. I like the walls, too. It's just like a totally different setup. I love it, dude. The red roofs everywhere. Looks like a beautiful day out. Damn, that is cool. Holy smokes. I wonder where this is at. Americans will never understand. Okay, what are we not understanding here? Let's see. That bread looks like it's pretty good. Oh, is that fish? That's got to be fish, right? I don't know what kind. I mean, she's right. That's not typically a snack you would have here ever. I can't even tell what else is on the plate. Are those onions down there? Ooh, see? I'm instantly interested when there's onions on a table. I would be down to try this, right? I know that I got to broaden my horizons when you travel, and this might not be typically something I would be craving or that I eat here, but when in Rome, right? Like, you got to try stuff when you're at different places. And I feel like this might be really good, especially judging from her face. I think she likes it. I'm going to cut it there. That is POV. You're in Europe. That's about it here. My name is Ian. You're watching IWrocker. Until next time, I'll catch you later.